Hi friends, MD Vegan. Cauliflower rice again. I have a celery rice today. Cauliflower rice with celery, stalks and sweet peas. And the dressing is already made. You'll find the turmeric cashew dressing in the link below, in the description of this video. Below the video you'll find the link for this dressing. It's very easy. It's cashews, lots of turmeric root, or you powder, you can take a powder, a little bit of lemon, not too much, pepper, salt, water, that's it. Very simple. It's delicious. You'll find that video. If you don't know how to make it, very easy. And I will now go right away to make the rice, because that is the only thing you need a machine for in this recipe. Cauliflower rice I usually make with the S-blade fitted into my food processor. I just have the florets here, a small portion of raw cauliflower. Cauliflower is very nice to eat raw. It's a so-called cruciforous vegetable. I eat the florets. You know, the stems are just a little bit of the stems, not too much, to get the rice texture, rice-like texture. And the raw cauliflower has the advantage of the cooked that I don't need to eat that much from it, and I still feel full. And cauliflower also fills me and keeps me filled. I don't have the desire to eat something upon over a full stomach. Sometimes I eat something and after I say, what can I eat now? I'm already full, but still I have the desire to eat something unnatural. But it is an imbalance in nutrients most of the time, and it reflects in the emotions. And if we have if I have cauliflower rice dish, raw cauliflower, that doesn't happen. That's very nice. So I like cauliflower a lot, as you can imagine. And if I use cooked cauliflower, then I eat a lot more cauliflower. And by the way, if you eat raw cauliflower, because of the there is a substance, sulforaphane, in the cauliflower that builds only when it's raw. If you blanch it, it will not build anymore. That is not possible. Or you cut the cauliflower when you grate it, when you don't have a food processor, or so you grate it ahead of time, or you make it in a food processor ahead of time. You let it sit for a moment, and then maybe half an hour or so, then the sulforaphane, the very active anti-cancer substance, builds in the raw cauliflower, and then you can cook it. Actually, you can heat it or fry it in a pan to make it nice as you like, and the sulforaphane is already there. But when you blanch it directly, it's not building. That's a little bit complicated with the cauliflower, so it's recommended to eat cauliflower raw. And if you want to have the same effect with cooked, you just pour some mustard seeds. You ground mustard seeds and pour it over the cooked cauliflower before you eat it, and the same effect happens, because the mustard seed has the same ingredient that is in the not cooked cauliflower. So all these things are a little complicated, but I love cauliflower. It could be replacing potatoes even. You can eat it every day, and it's super healthy, and that's why also. And it can be such a variety. I make a cauliflower rice dish, another one of my many, to have a new variation. So that's very fast here. The rice is very easy. Just one round dancing. And the rice is done. Look at that. It's my rice. I mean, if I want to eat it like that, as is, I would just put a little bit of maybe salt or maybe olive oil, just a droplet, and you can eat it. Of course, there is so much more. Cauliflower rice dishes can be such a variety. Today I use, as I said, celery stalks and sweet peas. Just a moment. Okay. Very loud, sorry. See, this is a portion of rice that's nice, sufficient for one meal for me. That's a quarter of a medium-large cauliflower head. And today I put sweet peas on top. Also one of my favorite ingredients. I love sweet peas. They can be fresh or frozen. These have been frozen. They're more inexpensive. Fresh sweet peas can be pretty expensive. And this is a very also not so expensive here. The stalks of a celery, 2 stalks here, cut into small pieces. I halve the stalks lengthwise, and then I put them all together and cut them into smaller pieces, just to match a little bit the cauliflower texture, the rice texture, so they have an illusion that it's really rice. And interesting, I wanted to say something about the celery. Especially the celery has a flavor that is very common in traditional cooking. You know, I know that from earlier times at home. I always peeked in the kitchen of my mom and grandma, and so sometimes I helped. I was also allowed to cook. Yeah, I love kitchen all the time. To listen to and watch the elderly. They have so much experience. It was a lot of fun to me. I learned so much. And celery, in any form, they use it in making broth. Broth is a very powerful, very light and powerful meal, vegetable broth. And the celery is very important in that. It has a strong and very important flavor. It's a little bit salty, that's interesting, and it is super healthy, of course. And the saltiness, it has also a very strong flavor, smoky flavor sometimes. I try to use that in juices. Just 1 stalk in a beet juice or so gives a nice smoky flavor to the whole juice. Very interesting. Recently I tried that, and I now want to try a little bit more to use it in other recipes, like here in the cauliflower rice, the peas. Peas are a little bit sweet. The cauliflower is a little bit, a little bit sharp, the raw cauliflower, and the salt from the celery is a little bit in between, and it balances the salt, balances also the bitter from the sharp from the cauliflower, and is also a nice counterpart of the sweet peas. You know, peas are very nice with a little bit of salt, and it is a little bit salty, the celery. And that makes it very interesting, and I want to see how this plays out when I use it in a recipe like this. Yeah, not too much of the celery. Here's a little bit much, maybe not too much. And in addition, I will give a little more crunch with a handful of cashew nuts. They go in here too. So it's a dish with peas, celery stalks. I keep some of the cashew nuts for decoration. I do that sometimes. It looks a little bit nicer. So add cauliflower. The main ingredients here. Very simple. See, the beauty of cauliflower also is its variety. You can use it in so many varieties, so much variety. And here is the dressing. Yeah. And I will show you what it looks like. It's creamy, and there's a lot of turmeric in there. Turmeric is a very healthy spice, not too much here. It's for the cauliflower rice. You don't need the heavy dressings. Yeah, you see, I can use another. In another salad, and let's see what it looks like and what it feels like. I will try a little bit. And with cauliflower rice, you want to use a dressing, not too heavy, not too creamy. Then the beauty of the cauliflower rice somehow vanishes. It goes down. It needs a little bit of care. Cauliflower rice needs a little bit of care. Not to over-season it, not to make it too thick, too creamy, the dressing. So I think this is a good one. It's a little bit runny, and that, I guess, might be perfect cauliflower rice. Let me try now. Oh yeah. Good. Wow. Yeah. Again, turmeric dressing, the only thing you really make sure is not to use too much lemon, because the lemon can spoil such a dish completely. Too much lemon, I have oftentimes tried that. I thought, nice dressing, great, put it in, I begin to eat, and after a while I notice, oh, that is too much lemon. And the whole flavor can be spoiled by too much lemon. Just especially in these dishes with the cauliflower rice and the peas, and so that is a common everyday ingredients, cauliflower and peas, but they have their special needs, so to say, and a little bit of lemon too much, it's all gone. Yeah, I don't know. This is perfect here, because then with just the right amount of lemon, all the flavors come out. It plays so much of the turmeric too. It has earth flavors, and they have such a variety of different tones, yeah. And they all come here, come out here. It's a very nice recipe, and I'm looking forward to it now. I'm a little hungry. Yeah, it's my lunch, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. If you like, you can also subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. And don't forget, like my video if you like.